This episode is brought to you by Dragon Speech. Alright, Game of the Year time. Picking 5 favorite games is never an easy task, but it felt especially difficult this year. Sure, October and November were maybe a little bit light on memorable titles this year thanks to the new consoles, but there were a ton of incredible games released throughout 2013. So without further ado, here are my 5 favorite games of 2013. At number 5, Rogue Legacy. One of this year's major trends was the continued resurgence of the roguelike subgenre, and for me, Rogue Legacy epitomized this. Sure, it's not a true roguelike, but the randomized layout, clever progression system, and seemingly limitless number of smart gameplay modifiers made this one title that I kept coming back to throughout the second half of the year. Here's hoping that the PS4 and Vita release next year will introduce it to a whole new audience. At number 4 is Civilization V: Brave New World. Another great trend this year was the increased interest in turn-based strategy. Last year's XCOM Enemy Unknown seemed to lead the charge, and this year we got the exceptional Fire Emblem Awakening, XCOM Enemy Within, and of course, Brave New World. It was hard to pick which one to include on this list, but to me, Brave New World's new leaders, systems, and redesigned culture and diplomacy breathed new life into Civilization V and solidified it as one of the best games of this generation. I can't wait to see where the franchise goes next. At number 3, BIOSHOCK Infinite. Infinite is one of those games that I think we'll look back on as one of the defining titles of this generation. Not because it's the best, I don't think it is, but because it represents the culmination of many design philosophies that were established over the last 8 years. It's a largely linear, somewhat classic first-person shooter with incredible art direction and some fantastic story moments, and I think those first 3 to 4 hours are some of my favorite that I've ever spent inside of a video game. It doesn't always live up to its promise, and I can certainly understand a lot of the criticism levied against it, especially how many critical story moments are told through optional audio logs, but it was an incredible ride and one that I will not soon forget.
God only knows what I'd be without you.
Number 2, The Stanley Parable. This was another title that caught me completely off guard. I'd seen it at conventions and loved the demo they put out, but the final product blew me away. I don't want to say too much in case you haven't played it, but it is a brilliant love letter to its medium, and after only 30 minutes of playing it, I insisted that all of my friends buy it. It's one of the best experiences of the year, and if you have not tried it, please go and download it and play it. It is an absolute treat.
Oh, come now. You don't want it to end already, do you?
And my favorite game of 2013 was The Last of Us. Like BioShock, this was a game that I had to race through before release to work on a review with Adam, and devoting that weekend to it was a traumatic experience, in the best way possible. Soon after finishing it, I actually got in my car and drove around San Francisco, just breathing in life and wanting to see civilization. It's a brutal, harrowing game, and one that represents both a culmination of Naughty Dog's cinematic storytelling from the Uncharted series and a welcome departure from the traditional gameplay systems. It's rare to get a AAA game that's a new IP on the scale of The Last of Us, and Naughty Dog knocked it out of the park. So those were my 5 favorites. A few that almost made the cut. Grand Theft Auto V was spectacular and easily my favorite GTA yet. I also loved The Wolf Among Us and can't wait to see where that story goes. And Gone Home's storytelling and presentation was astounding. Finally, I probably spent more time playing Spelunky than any other game this year. It came out in 2012, but it saw release on PC and PS3 this year, and the new daily challenge system makes it one of my favorite games of this generation. Be sure to check out everyone else's list on this channel, and let me know your 5 favorite games in the comments below. Now, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Dragon Speech. Dragon is the world's best-selling speech recognition software. It turns your talk into text and can make virtually any computer task easier and faster. It can learn how you talk so it gets better over time, and the same technology is used to voice command phones, TVs, and cars. It's usually $99, but for a limited time you can get it for just $60. Plus, for watching Rev3 games, you will get a free USB headset and a free trial of the Password Genie when you go sign up at givedragon.com/rev3games. Every sign up helps support our show and it makes a great gift. So again, that URL is givedragon.com/rev3games.